We're recording now. What's up? Welcome to HASSDISCUSSES. djvsiren is
Let's
here.
go. What's good?
He's
What's
representing
up,
Schema
y'all?
Posse, of course.
Hell yeah, bro. All day. You already know.
Yeah, man. Now I got introduced to the new roster around August and September, and I've sort of gone through this rabbit hole, listening to a bunch of Lil Xavier, a bunch of Semper, a bunch of all y'all, and then djvsiren, of course. Okay, so let's just start off with the easy question: how did you come to join Schema Posse?
uh, I was formerly with the group Southkross, and like we kind of like just went south, and I started making solo music, and I had put out a song. I was still under Southkross, and I put out a song called RX Funk, and fucking, I guess one day Jay Green had heard it, and bro, I fucking woke up to uh a DM message, and it was Jay Green, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "I really dig that track." Um, he's like, "I don't know if you're familiar with Schema, what we're doing at the moment." He goes, "We're trying to recruit. I really think you would be a good element, to the group and shit." And we got to talking and shit, and then he told me that it was official. I was with Schema, and this whole first year, bro, it's been dope. We've just been dropping dope music, everybody.
You
But
got
yeah, it pretty much
Hallows
started
Eve.
like that.
Got Hallows Eve and the
Yeah.
New Age, man. Those are probably
Oh yeah,
two
bro.
top 2020 projects when looking back. Like, just the. Yeah, every member's got some little spice. And I feel like you got a
Yeah, for
spice
sure.
too. So
For
Southcross,
sure.
right? Is that an old name or music group, right?
Southcross was an old music group that I was with. We started out in San Antonio back in 17. And, like I said, we were kicking it for a while. We were doing a lot of shows here in San Antonio. I actually met Jay Green. We did two shows with Jay Green
And
under
Project Pat,
Southcross.
right?
Yeah, Project Pat. Yeah, 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 yeah. And, we did a couple of shows with Jay, and one of them was with Omen and shit. And that's how the relationship started. And then, like I said, my group just kind of went south after that, and I started making solo music, and fucking now I'm blessed to be a part of the
Yeah.
Schema camp. Let's
The camp.
go.
Yeah, man. And you also had a couple EPs released. Didn't you have like Cross My Heart? Wasn't that one of the projects on there? On your old group?
Yeah, Cross My Heart one. We were gonna do a Cross My Heart two, but that didn't happen.
Was there going to be
Um,
a trilogy?
yeah, there was supposed to be a trilogy. Yeah, there was supposed to be a trilogy, and there was so much things going on at that time. We were like, just thinking ahead. You know what I mean? We
You
were
were in
like,
the learning phase, did you say?
yes, yeah, definitely, bro. We were
Yeah.
definitely in the learning phase. We didn't really know how to promote ourselves too much. You know what I mean? I guess we just kind of got lucky, bro. Like, we started just dropping music, and people really fucked with it. And one of our songs blew up on SoundCloud. It's still blowing up to this day. I go and check my old Southcross SoundCloud, and that song is getting like crazy numbers. It's called Alice in Underland, if anybody wants to check it out. But other than that, man, I mean, yeah, it was a pretty cool ride. But now that I'm a solo artist, it's definitely way more easier, and it's more relaxing. Less frustrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like would you say like being a schema member is not like a sort of, how do I say this, like a sort of uneasy feeling with a group, like it's way more like a loose knitted collective?
Yeah, being with Schema, it's like we don't have no like ties or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Nobody's rushed to drop any projects. Like it's nothing like where you sign a contract or nothing like that. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of family, helping each other out, and it's definitely cool because like now I could just get music on my own, write to it, drop it when I want. But at the same time, we kind of want to drop strategically and not like dropping the same time Schema's dropping a tape, because like you don't want your music to go unlistened. You know what I mean? Shit
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's really cool. I like it a lot. It's lenient.
Yeah, and what's cool is there's so many different sounds of each. Like you got Coda, man. He's fire, and there's a whole like Atlanta part to it and stuff like that to
Yeah,
Schema.
he
And you
is.
got the fucking the New Zealand. Like what? New Zealand?
Yeah.
I didn't know like there's rappers in New Zealand. Sempra is oh my god, Sempra. He's a different. You went toe to toe with Sempra though. How does that feel? Is that intimidating to go toe to toe with him on a track?
Nah, not really. I mean, because Simper is a good rapper. He's definitely some big shoes to fill. But when it comes to like rapping on a certain styles, like I wasn't really too, like intimidated, by like the rapping, worried about if I was gonna do good or not. I just kind of just have fun with it, you know what I mean, and just let the music come out. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I did my first track with Simpra, it was called New Jacks, and I had hit him up. I told him, I was like, "Hey, you want to do a track with me or what?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I had already recorded my verse. You know what I mean? I didn't get his verse back, or it wasn't nothing like that to where I was going like after him. Up to the where we did a song called Sub-Zero, and he sent me that song. That song was on the New Age, and he sent me that song, and man, I killed that song like in one day, and I recorded it and sent it back to him. And but yeah, I mean, it's dope rapping with Simper. Like, I feel like I have to rap fast when I rap with him. If not, I'm gonna be like sucky or something.
Oh, you did really good like against him, because there is sort of a competitive element you hear when two people are on the track. That's sort of beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think rap has over any genre, is there's a competitive element to it that not any, and no other genre can really do that. I mean, occasionally, maybe if two guys playing guitar, like competing with the speed of the guitar. Like, I've seen videos like that, but there's a certain element. Like, for instance, the Wide Awake one with Cold Blooded and Sempra, that was insane to hear. I think
that's a dope song.
I love Cold Blooded as well. He's kind of like one of the older members that's still. Are you a big fan of Cold Blooded as well?
Yes. I was just about to say Cold Blooded, bro. Like, I never really knew too much about him before, like, joining with Schema. And when I joined with Schema, like, we have these Discord chats, and we all talk and shit like that. And KB's really like he's real knowledgeable, bro. Like, I say this in a lot of my interviews. The guy knows his shit. Like, when it comes to music, he not just knows how to rap and kill like verses lyrically, you know what I mean? Because he's very talented. But the dude has a lot of smart, like, in the past with the game, knowing like who's like knowing who's fucked who over and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I'm glad to have him as like not just
as well.
What's that?
I said he's open about like who's done negative, like, sort of fuck
people
over
for sure.
His lies. If you, I'm sure you tune in to those.
Man, I've definitely heard a lot, like about artists that I used to look up to,
like Suicide Boys. I mean, if you want to go into names, but
I don't want to say no names. I don't want nobody to start crying and shit, crybabies. But yeah, bro, like, there was a lot of artists that I used to look up to that now I look at different now after hearing like true, real things that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're like involved with a lot of the people you look up to in a way, or you're like working with people. I I assume that's what's going on. Is you're sort of like more like seeing behind the scenes. And I don't know why people think behind the scenes in like a negative way. I think behind the scenes is sort of a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful lens.
Would you say that I don't really
beautiful to you?
No. The things that I heard were kind of shocking to me, because like when you hear somebody's rap, and then fucking, excuse me, I'm sorry. Like when you hear somebody's rap and then in their music they're like, yo, I'm fucking doing this, I'm claiming bodies, dropping niggas, like, just, and then I go hear these stories about these same people, you know what I mean? Like for an example, these group members, there was two group members in this group that they're heavily looked up to. One of them was getting his ass kicked and the other one ran inside and hid. But yet in their raps, you hear them talking big and badass, like they got a set of nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just talking about them. I'm just talking about being misled in general. Like, when it all comes down to it, the fans are number one. You know what I'm saying? And like, if the fans, like, I just wish the fans weren't misled. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they were able to really see like the bigger picture of, fucking behind the scenes, I guess. I don't know.
Or they're too, like, how do I say this? Like, they look up to someone so much they're able to take, like, maybe hear something that they would not expect about them.
Yeah, kind of like that, I guess. I really didn't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, it's fine. We're just trying to explain and learn a lot about each other here. But you got a new project coming out called Phonky Town. What can we expect from that?
Funky Town is something that I'm working on. It's a lot of tracks that I had in the vault like while before Schema, and then tracks that I've been just saving and shit. And Funky Town's something I got inspired by Little Zave, but you know what I mean? Because Zave
Yeah,
dropped Funk Volume 1, and I
dude.
really liked that. You know what I mean? That was dope. It was produced by Coma. Shout out Coma. Um, I've always been inspired by the funk music. You know what I'm saying? By like the Memphis style shit. And
Yeah.
when it came, and when it came to that, I just was just like, I wanted to do something like that. So right away, I just went to my little app, started cooking up some arts, and then I started seeing all my songs I had in the vault. And so far, I got a lot of tracks, and I'm gonna try to get Buddha Jones on that hoe,
Buddha Jones.
KB, yeah, KB. I'm gonna try to get Lil Zave on it. Well, actually, I already got Lil Zave on it. He just needs to record his verse and send it back to me. Um,
Dude, Buddha Jones had this
you know,
one on
I'm.
Hallows Eve. Oh man,
What's that, brother?
he said Buddha Jones, the Too Cold on Hallows Eve was one of my favorite songs on that.
Oh, Too Cold. Yeah,
You
that
remember
song
the
was
beat?
dope.
Like I'm gonna play it real quick. Remember this?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's insane, man. That yeah.
I was on that hook. They sampled my vocals and put me on that hook also, and then I also got to kill a verse on that song too. So I was really happy to be a part of that. Anything that the schemas drop and like they ask who wants to be a part of it, I'm always happy to work with them. You know what I mean? Like everybody's so talented in the schema camp. It's
Yeah.
like you're surrounded by greatness and shit.
What's cool to see is that you've also sort of worked with members of other collectives. Like you've done beats by APOC Crisis. You've done a song by Jake Ohm representing Pike Gang, and
Yeah.
also APOC Crisis, obviously Doom Shop. We were talking about Soul's Day earlier. What other sort of collectives and groups in the underground do you look up to or are a fan of?
Um, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Doom Shop. I like a lot of stuff that they do. I'm not gonna lie. I like. I gotta say, there's a band. Well, they're not a band, but they're like a group called the Paper Flowers. They're kind of cool. They're not like rap or nothing like that. They're kind of like experimental music. I really don't look up to too much, bro, to be honest, because there's not a lot of original artists anymore. So it's hard to look up to something and be like, yo, like that's what I look up to, because to me originality died back when fucking like in the 90s. Like
Oh, really?
nowadays it's hard to look up to a rapper because you don't know if he went and got face tats and got a fucking Fruity Loops program and Xanax bars and then started calling himself a rapper, and then he just made it big one day and now everybody's looking up to him. And I'm not saying that's the case now. I'm just saying it's just hard for me to look up to anyone in the modern music. I really don't look up to anybody, to be honest.
So you're sort of
And
seeing
if
what you can do, what you can add, what you can bring to the table.
yeah, I kind of try to do that, and I try to keep like my roots alive, like my musical roots. Like I'm a metalhead. I love metal, bro. Fucking anytime I struggle with music, making music, writer's block, I tend to go back to music that I listened to when I was in middle school. And
Mm.
those are real artists I look up to, like Corey Taylor from Slipknot, um, Chino from Deftones, fucking Jonathan Davis from Korn. All these people really fucking like lived a hard life and was able to grow up and write about it and share their music and and have people relate to it, rather than all these new artists that come out, and like all these new artists that come out and they drop one song and all of a sudden they're popping, and you just can't relate to them because you don't know where they've been. Like a year ago they were probably fucking like fake as fuck. If not, I salute to them. Any artist out there that's original, I salute to you. But
Yeah.
if you're not, I mean, it's just hard to look up to anything nowadays that's not unoriginal. What I mean, that's not original.
I feel like there also what is sort of a plague is information about artists that kind of leak out or something like that. Like like for instance, if you hear like an artist doesn't write their stuff, which I'm not like fully. I like artists that write their own stuff, but like if someone has a couple reference tracks or something that sort of leak, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
It's just like there's a difference between how artists sort of shout out like thanks for helping me on this track, or just don't name them at all. I don't want to name names. I mean, you see, I got a poster of a guy right there, Drake.
Yeah.
But uh, But that's cool that you're talking about how you listen to music from when you're in middle school though. Like, so like it sort of takes you back to when you were like, sort of didn't know what you wanted to do. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. It just like when I said how when I go back to listen to my old music like that in middle school, like what I used to like, it's like a kind of therapy. It's a form of like therapy that I use to cure my writer's block, to cure my creative block, and to kind of just put me in a chill state mood. Like everything nowadays is so fucked up. It's hard to get into anything. Like for an example, I watch a lot of old movies, like movies from like fucking the 80s and the 90s.
Nice.
Only reason why I watch those movies, bro, is because it makes me feel good again. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with music. Like when I go back and listen to my old music, it just creates something new inside me. And then like when I stop listening to that and I start listening to, like, for example, when I go to my agenda and I start messing with my tracks from Funky Town, it kind of just projects something new, and I could like look at something and hear a different song, and then I could think of a new idea. And I really look up to a lot of the old music that I grew up with. It really helps me out in life.
Yeah, man. And speaking of old movies, though, I originally started this channel as a movie review channel, and I still review movies on this channel. What old movies
Sweet.
do you? Yeah, I mean, look at all the posters
Yeah,
around me. We
I
got
seen
a
that.
Wes Anderson poster right there for Rushmore, Taxi Driver,
Yeah, I seen that.
Don Corleone. I mean, these are all pretty big. So, let me find something
Um,
that maybe you know about. I'm just grabbing
I,
CDs, DVDs right
nah, you
now.
good? You good?
There's a Quentin Tarantino, 3 of them. Oh,
Yeah,
Jackie
that's
Brown's
dope.
probably one of my favorite Tarantino. I got Jackie Brown over Pulp Fiction. Unpopular opinion.
Pulp
Um,
Fiction, I didn't really like, bro. Pulp Fiction killed me like on that last scene when I seen Homeboy all tied to that thing getting banged. Like that shit was just gay, bro. Like that killed it for me. I never wanted to watch that movie again after I seen that.
and also like I like a lot of Robert Rodriguez movies. El Mariachi,
Oh,
Desperado,
okay.
Desper-
Desperado's a good movie.
Desperado, Salma
Yeah,
Hayek.
hell yeah.
All right.
Oh, I know, bro. Fucking
Yeah,
50 years old, still banging.
yeah, man.
A lot of movies that I like to watch, like old movies I like to watch. Like one of my favorite movies is Stephen King's Silver Bullet.
Ooh.
Um, I like The Breakfast Club. That's a good one. One of my favorites.
That's one I really watched. Sort of like it was one of those movies that everybody expected me to watch, and then I finally watched it, and I was like, "Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it, man." Yeah.
um, I
I'm just
like
grabbing
this
movies.
movie. Yeah, hell yeah. I like this movie called Maximum Overdrive. It's about like 18 wheelers that come alive and start killing people.
Ooh.
I like a bunch of sci-fi shit. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I like funny movies. I like a lot of horror movies, to be honest.
Oh, we got Watchmen.
I never saw that, to
That's
be honest.
one of the greatest comic book movies. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Nah,
I
that's a
never
kid
seen that
movie.
either.
Lawrence of Arabia.
What the fuck? I never seen that either.
Okay, this one you'll know. Natural Born Killers, director's cut.
Yes, I've seen that. That's a good one.
The Rage Against the Machine music at the end. Oh my god.
It's been a minute since I've seen that, but I have seen that movie.
Have you remember the prison escape scene with the Rage Against the Machine music? That hits different.
It's been it's been a minute. At the time that I've seen saw that movie was like at the same time I seen a movie called Raising Arizona with Nicolas Cage. Like those two movies were like just right there at that time, and I don't know, I was just kind of like back and forth, but I never really got into that one, to Natural Born Killers.
And then Word to Marky Mark, Leave a Snitch, Departed.
Oh, Departed, yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's another good one.
I just did named a
let me get
Lil
my
Wayne
charger.
bar. He said Word to Marky Mark, Leave a Snitch, Departed. That's
Word to Marky Mark.
yeah, dude.
That is a good movie, bro. Jack Nicholson is one of my favorites.
I just watched Chinatown, the mystery film from the 70s. I
How
just
was
did a
that?
70s movie. Just watched 3 70s movies. That was a good one. Like that was a good one as well. I like Are you a fan of the mystery genre, or are you just still like just mainly horror?
No, I like mystery type shit, like the Mothman prophecies. Like real shit though, not nothing that's like fake. I like real things that like based on true events and shit type
Oh,
shit like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll get into like stories, but it has to be like a real good story to get into. Like the Langoliers, you ever seen the Langoliers?
no.
Stephen King? No, that's a good
It's
story.
like something
It's
that you could
fake.
look up the Wikipedia article for it. I mean, not all the time. Not like you're not only like true crime, but like you like movies where you could like look up a Wikipedia article
Yeah,
for
yeah, for sure.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I want to like learn, you know what I mean? Right now,
That's
the only
funny.
thing that's the only thing that's that's catching my interest right now is space. Like anything to do with space and planets and like the outer realm. That's the only thing that gets my like attention going. Like at night before I go to sleep, I stay on the internet watching like space videos about planets, stars, and I don't know. I mean, it's pretty weird, but I'm just a weird
No,
type of guy, I
that's
guess.
cool though. That's cool though. Like, and I used to be down that rabbit hole, but not anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Like, but have you ever like looked up things on how they're gonna try and get us to interstellar worlds or stuff like that?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
have you heard of the
yeah, dude.
breakthrough
There.
starshot method with the satellite things they shoot lasers at to go
No,
forward?
I haven't heard of that. I've just been watching like stuff like I've watched this guy. His name is Bob Lazar. He worked that. I watched that interview.
Joe
That
Rogan.
guy definitely has a lot of good shit, interesting shit to say. And yeah, man, I just watched like a lot of things like that, like things that the government covered up, and
Oh, you're
but
in that lane. I
you
love that lane, but I don't. I'm not so open about it. You know, it's hard to be open about liking a conspiracy theory because when you say the word conspiracy theory, people automatically assume 30 different things.
yeah, for sure. But other than that, bro, like I don't want to stray too far off from the music, but other than that, movies and old school music that I listen to definitely plays a role in any new music that y'all hear me dropping or that I've dropped since I was with Schema. Like those are my two strong points, movies and music that I go to for creative thoughts and shit like that.
Inspiration.
Or just, go take a walk or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And speaking of movies and music influencing things, like I looked at a lot of Adam the Shinobi's music. I don't know if you know who that is, but
I do not.
he always posts like a song with like his latest song had like a Godzilla cover on it because like the Godzilla
Oh, that's
vs
dope.
Kong thing. Are you gonna watch
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
or the
Yeah,
Godzilla
I
vs
want to
Kong
watch
thing?
that. Yeah, I'm a fan of Godzilla, dog. I watched that Godzilla, the King of Monsters. That shit was fucking dope. How
Yeah,
Godzilla goes like underwater and chills like in that lost city, and that's where he generates like radiation and shit.
yeah, that was like cool in terms of like a lore standpoint. There's so much like the first one was just mayhem, right? It was real horror, but
Yeah,
then the second one was like I'm learning 30 different things about stuff. Like, yeah, dude.
yeah, hell yeah, bro.
So what schema member has been the best to work with, like overall?
I gotta say the best one to work with so far has got to be like I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say like I don't want to say the best one, but I gotta say I like working with little Zave. Zave's real cool. I've worked with Jay Green. Jay Green's dope. Jay Green's more like like on the producer side. You know what I mean? He likes to fuck with the beats a lot. And not really on the verses too much. Stimper's cool. He's always busy, so I don't really work with him too much. I want to work with Teddy Slugs. Me and Teddy got a good little relationship. Like when we talk, like like we'll call each other and talk to each other and shit. Um, I like working with KB. KB's cool. T-Rex. T-Rex is another artist that I haven't really got the pleasure to work with. He's definitely like in his own lane and stuff. And I like switching my music up, like as far as like doing metal tracks and different shit like that. But
Deadline.
yeah, Deadline's a good
Dude,
one. That
oh
was
my.
from Triloquist. Shout out Triloquist. Shout out the whole Schema posse. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. But yeah, KB, Little Zave. I enjoy working with everybody. I just haven't had the pleasure of working with too many of the brothers.
Yeah, there's certain ones that aren't as active any. That's what's cool about it. It's like looking at a cinematic universe. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like looking at the M Marvel cinematic. There's like Lil Wolfie Wolf. Like I don't know what he's up to now. I love his music. He had the
Yeah, Little Wolfie Wolf is dope.
Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of different members and stuff. Um, let's see what else we could cover and stuff like that. Jay Green, right? So he's been doing how long? Like, have you ever had like a deep conversation about Jay Green, about how he started off, like everything, like when did he, like, what age did he start music? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
To be honest, I've never really got like that type of info from Jay. I never really asked how old he is, or anything like that. The only thing that I've ever gotten from Jay was that when I first started talking to him, you know, we talked for like 2 hours the very first time before I joined Schema, and he was just kind of telling me on like where, you know, how he started. Not too much. He didn't go in depth or nothing like that, but he basically tell me like he used to live with like Sesh Hollow Water Boys. Like he used to live with them. You know, he used to live, you know, not like live, but like hang out, like, you know, in their same crib and shit like that, produce for them. Same with DJ Paul and Juicy J. And from hearing all of that, like lets me know like he does. I don't even have to ask him how long he's been doing it. I know he's been doing it like since fucking, you know, 2013, 14ish, shit like that. But as far as too much info on him, I really don't know too much. I don't like asking him too much private shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Are you a fan of Sesh Hollow Water Boys? Because Bones just dropped a new album called Burden.
Yeah,
you a fan of him?
I like Bones a lot. I like Xavier Wolf a lot. I don't really know too much about Eddie Baker, and Chris Travis. Chris Travis is dope. But out of that whole camp, I gotta say I like Xavier Wolf and Bones the most.
Yeah.
Yes, fucking Bones has that other little group. I don't know if it's a group, but it's his other rap name, Surrender Dorothy. You ever heard of them?
No.
Yeah. He has another little. He has another name that he puts music out. It's kind of like sad music. It's Surrender Dorothy. You know, if you got time, just look that up. One of these days, you'll like that music. It's real slow and like depressing music.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sesh Hollow Water Boys are dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And also, like, he Xavier Wolf did a lot of collaborations with, like, Drive By is probably my favorite song that he's done. You know, off Hellboy.
Who, Xavier Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's done, obviously, a lot of collaborations with Peep and stuff like that. But
I gotta say, my favorite song from Xavier is gotta be... I forgot the name of it, but fuck, it was a song... It was an older song. And like the hook went like, I smoke so much weed, when it's gone I feel awful. I forgot the name of it, but it was definitely a dope song. It was produced by the Cheeses or some shit like that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it seems. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up for you. But nah, man. Yeah, that's one of the songs that I definitely liked. You know, from Xavier Wolf. That one and Mobile Suit Ho or some shit like that.
66.6 syllables. That's my favorite Xavier Wolf song. My bad, but because like the verse on that is insane. When it was the Ethel Wolf song, it was off of Jay Green's Fuck Mainstream project. He was like, he goes like these. He's like, if any motherfucker got a motherfucking problem with me, motherfucker, I will be outside. I'm with it if you would, motherfucker. Like, dude.
Yeah. He did all that type of rapping on that one. I think it was called the Rudolfo album, or it was when he was, it was when he was labeled as Ethel Wolf.
Yeah, man.
Look, I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it.
There's something fun about checking up those old mixtape websites like that Piff and looking at people's older stuff before they got like giant, like and just like
yeah.
Like I was looking at like, I don't know, like just I was looking at Bones' older mixtapes and stuff. Like they dropped 50. What is this?
Like look, this one right here. That one right there. Look up that album from Ethel Wolf. It's called the Rodolfo Project or some shit.
Oh, and the Wolfgang's Rodolfo.
Yeah. There you go. And okay, on that album, Xavier Wolf goes like he raps hella fast, like the way you were rapping. Just a second ago, he does all that on this album.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the albums that I fucking enjoyed listening to from Wolf.
Yeah, and when you look back at sort of No Jumpers, how they became successful is because their first big interview was Xavier Wolf and stuff like that. Because obviously I had to find some inspiration from doing the interviews type of things. And No Jumpers obviously like that. And if you're a fan of Jay Green, you're listening. Jay Green's done a No Jumper interview, and all that. He was actually on the DJ Paul interview, like in the.
He was.
Yeah, he was on it because he brought DJ Paul to Adam 22, and he was like asking the real questions. Like Adam was asking the generic questions, and Jay Green was asking like the questions we want to hear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he's a real big fan of 3 6 Mafia, and he is kind of a 3 6 Mafia protege. Do you like 3 6 Mafia?
Fuck yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I had every one of their albums growing up, all the way to Underground Volume 1 to fucking when they started making branch off albums like Chronicles of the Juice Man, tear up the, tear the club up thugs, Mystic Styles. I gotta say my favorite album's gotta be Chapter 2 World Domination. I love that album. I'm a real heavy Big 3 6 fan, bro. Like,
yeah.
Shout out DJ Paul, Juicy J, Crunchy Black, Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous. Rest in peace, Koopsta. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, bro. Like, man, like, they definitely did something for me, bro. Like, I had the fucking cassette tape of the World Domination.
I like the Juicy J Volume 9mm that it's on.
Oh, okay. See, that one was probably like an underground album that he had. Was it an underground album?
I don't know. I just look it up. I just was scrolling through YouTube and it got recommended to me and I just listened.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest, but and it's just like because like I just save it in a playlist and like whenever I want to like just either I'm doing a lot of things on my computer, that's what's always in the background is like some old or Memphis 666 radio or something. I love Memphis.
Yeah,
I tried to get an interview with Memphis 666, the creator. And he was like, I don't do interviews.
For real?
Because Half Dead Shogun tried to get that set up with me. And I was...
He's cool. He's a cool guy. He reposts a lot of my stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, I understand.
He's real
cool. I understand that. Like, not everybody's so... Like, I tried to get a Jake Ohm interview. And he's like, I'm going to wait till I get bigger. And I'm like, okay. I'm fine with that. But, I listen to your beat tapes all the time, and I'm angry.
Jake he's a good producer, man. Like I worked with him maybe once or twice. Who did I first hear about him through? I want to say I heard about Jake from Xanny Claus. You ever heard of Xanny Claus?
No.
Okay, well Xanny Claus is a rapper from Dallas, Texas, I believe. I don't know if I'm wrong or what, but I know he's from Texas. And anyways, I was listening to some of his music and I just seen it said produced by Jake OHM. I was like, damn, that's what's up. So I went to his profile and started hearing all his music. And the dude's definitely got like some skills, bro. And, I hit him up, asked him to make me a couple of beats. I sent him some vocal packs. And he produced one of the songs that's on my Dead Pimpin' EP. It's a dope one. The sample came from the Fifth Element movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that fucking like little I forgot what it's called. I'll play it for you. But yeah, I sampled that. I found the sample, sent it to Jake, and I was like, look, bro, I really enjoy this sample. Can you make me a beat out of it? Yada yada. He's like, yeah, dog. I got you. And he sent me the beat back, bro, and I fucking loved it. Like it was something real special, because like I said, I love movies.
Element
and
9.
I always go back to Element 9. There you go. That one. Are you hearing it? Yeah.
And then it goes in.
Yeah, you already know what's up.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, yeah, I was listening to this earlier when I was doing my research because I get pages of information out.
I appreciate you.
I'm trying to be the Nardwar and Adam 22 of the underground, like fusing into one. And I'm from Delaware. Like I'm representing Delaware because Delaware has a lot of rappers. Okay, that's what people don't want to know is that Delaware has a lot of rappers. And you're from the San Antonio area, right? That's
San Antonio, Southside San Antonio. I've always been in Texas. I've never left Texas as far as like my music career.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that my music's made it all around the world though. So, I fucking appreciate every fan and every supporter out there jamming my shit. DJvsiren got nothing but love for y'all, man. Shit, real shit.
have you looked at one of those little maps that say like this country listens to your music the most? Which one was
Yeah, I gotta say it's gotta be like Norway.
it?
Norway or
Really?
fuck
Oh,
yeah, and
that's
then fucking the Russian Federation.
dude.
Shout out to
Yeah,
all my
I've seen
boys.
that. I've seen. So I was checking out like I think it was like half the show. Somebody there's something weird, not weird, but like what I noticed about this like underground funk stuff or something like the horrorcore stuff is that Russia is like always like tapped in and they're always supporting. It's maybe it's because they have a lot of people over there, but they're always in Germany. Like, have you seen those pages that post like cassette tapes and stuff like that? It'll be like a Soulze cassette tape. I talk to them because maybe I want to sell them like something I have because I have a lot of that too. So and they're all like, oh yeah, there's a big underground market for CDs in Germany. I'm like, what? Like, how do people in
Yeah, bro.
Germany
Like,
know
yeah,
Soulze?
yeah, bro. The kids over there, like, you got to think about it. The kids over there, bro, they eat the shit up. Like, over there, like, I wouldn't say like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't they like a communist country? Like, like Russia and all them. Like, they can't do like
They're
what they
not
want over there
fully
and some shit
communist, but they do have elements of their old things that are
of
probably
their old ways and shit, right?
yeah, where it's like sort of things are sort of frowned upon, similar to like how a lot of production companies actually in Hollywood make movies to cater to the Chinese film market because it's huge industry. So
I
like
see.
they'll try and make guidelines where like there's certain amount of like boob you can't show in a movie because it's China
Yeah,
or something. Maybe I have that wrong, but a lot of film companies want to cater to those markets because of how huge it is. But so you're saying like maybe they want to hear something that's different. They don't want to hear that drill stuff.
yeah. Like, I mean, because it's just like you said. Like, I've noticed a lot of artists and a lot of producers that are from overseas. Like one in particular, I don't know if you ever heard of Shinigami Tenchi.
Shinigami Detent.
No.
You gotta send me them.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to his music. He's a real famous producer, not like famous, but he's done shit like with I think he's done stuff with Xavier Wolf before. Fucking Jay Green referred to him as OG10. So if Jay Green said OG in somebody's name, that lets me know that that person's been working. You know what I'm saying? Like
Also
shit like
another
that.
international
And he's from
producer.
Russia.
Oh, Russia.
Yeah.
So one out of hold on, where was it? It was Poland, or it was probably Poland, or something, or Finland, Poland or Finland. And that was Poland. Rob Skyer, or whatever. I don't know how to produce it, but he did the All Profit with Soulze. Soulze got only Rob Skyer beats. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but All Profit. That's fire. That's a great album.
Yeah. Bro, that name is so fucking familiar. Rob Skyer. I think I've talked to him a couple of times. He was gonna send me some beats, and to be honest, bro, he had like charged me like way overpriced, so I like just didn't really respond to it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you for being.
But his music is, huh?
I said thanks for being transparent about that.
I know, right? But his music is really good though. I mean, he does got some good beats. He's got skills. I mean, shout out to all the producers. I just want to say that, without producers, rappers wouldn't have shit to rap on. So, a lot of producers don't get credit, nowadays. They do get credit, but they don't get, the credit they deserve. So I just want to say shout out to every producer that's ever made a beat for the Siren. I appreciate that shit.
Yeah, and that's what I've been noticing lately is I've started to found a recent appreciation for rapper and producer collaboration projects, similar to like a Freddie Gibbs collaboration project. Like that's why I love Freddie Gibbs so much because he's always doing like a Freddie Gibbs Madlib, Freddie Gibbs Alchemist. Would you ever consider doing like a full collaboration tape with one producer? Who would that be? Or give me like a couple.
Let me see. Shit. Like I said, okay, well, for one, Jake OHM, Jay Green, I would like to do a tape with him, with beats fully produced by him. I got a homeboy named Little X Terror. He's from a group called Booth Gods. If anybody, if y'all listening to this and y'all are unfamiliar, look up Booth Gods on SoundCloud, Spotify. They're real dope. They're a duo. But Little X Terror is one of the members in Booth Gods, and he's also a producer that I go to a lot for a lot of my music. And the dude's real cool. I would like to do an EP with him. Um, who else, man? There's so many people. I just can't like wrap my mind. I would like to do an EP with APOC Crisis. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? You know
oh
what I'm saying?
man.
Doom Shop. You know, like it would be dope. Like, you know, like I guess because I'm with Schema, like it would be tight. It would be like cool for me to even fuck with Doom Shop, like to even like, you know, collab together as
Yeah.
two, you
DJ
know,
Koza.
collectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Cozy. Yeah, because he's from Texas. You know, I even tried hitting him up just to let him know, like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, you know, I'm so and so with Schema. I'm from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, I'm not trying to ride the wave or nothing, but just kind of want to like let you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a neighbor right here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rap, you want to collab on some shit, because
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to music, bro, I don't really care too much about the money and shit. I do it for the fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of the passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you start like, nah, like I want money, like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, pay me. Like that shit just throws off the whole fucking morale of like even making a song with someone that's like that. You know what I mean? Like rather than just like, yeah, man, hey, I dig that song, you know, fucking, you know, like you could tell when someone really digs your music that you're showing them to collab with them if they're already interested in your ideas. Like, hey, what are your ideas on the song? Rather than just like, well, what kind of budget are you working with to pay me? Like type shit. You know what I mean? So I guess that's another message that I, you know, say like, you know, I really don't care too much about that. But those producers, I would like to work with them, man. Those guys, you know, they real underrated, you know what I mean, and they deserve, you know, to get their music like heard more. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of the names I said are already well established. I just feel like, you know, it would be dope for both parties in any situation. Like, you know, more
Yeah.
eyes from my side, more eyes from their side. You know, when two people collab, it's just like
Two
if
fan
they do it right,
bases
yeah, you
uniting.
know, right there you go. If they promote it right, do everything right, rather than just like, hey yo, my fucking price is this, pay me, I'll do a track with you. Then the next day they drop a track and then like everybody forgets about promoting it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just pointless at that point. It's just because it's all for the money, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I like having fun with the music, you know, the passion. You know, I just enjoy that shit. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know.
The collaboration process. Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
You're like, yeah, because maybe there's probably something you learn or something like that from working with someone new, or maybe you just like, because I'm trying
Yeah,
to get
bro.
into music myself. I mean, I'm not trying to, pitch myself to everybody who watches my podcast. I'm starting to bring up that I make music, but there is
That's good.
something fun about sending someone a sample and getting them to see what they can do with it, and then they send the file back and then see what you can do with it,
Right.
and it's like this really fun process, and like
Yeah, it is.
chopping and screwing something for no reason because you want to chop and screw it. Like,
Yeah. And speaking of chop and screw, right now, okay, well, shout out DJ Screw because you already know what it is.
yeah.
But the only motherfucker that I know that's got the best chop and screw skills out in this bitch is Sus Fixin. You ever heard of him?
Nah.
He's from the land down under, Australia. Sus
I'm
Fixin. The
checking him
dude's just
out.
like, yeah, he's the shit, bro. He's definitely somebody that you would like to interview. Somebody that's been around, that knows, you know, he's chopped and screwed a lot of Suicide Boys music, Shake Will's music,
What's
you
his
know, shit like that.
Instagram?
SUS underscore Fixin. PHIXON. It's like all purple and
Oh
shit.
yeah, I see. It's followed by you. Chopping shit
Yeah,
up,
bro.
screwed up, down under.
And screwed up down under. That's the boy right there, bro. Dog. Like that's my nigga, dog. He real good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that I met in this music game that I wish I, you know, I've only met them online. I wish I could meet them in person, but unfortunately, this world's all fucked up.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
man, fucking Sus Fixin's another good guy, man. There's so many good artists out there. It's just hard just to like name everybody. You know what I mean?
yeah. Speaking of
There's
another
so much
chop and
talent
screw
there.
guy,
What's that?
DJ Slim K. You heard of
So
him?
I've never heard of him, brother, to be honest.
I was listening to like a Take Care chopped and screwed, and it was cool because he was adding in mixed. He was adding in like a swang and bang sample. Like
Oh,
he was
sweet.
chopping and screwing, mixing in the the samples of Take Care, like what Drake sampled. He was like
Mhm.
putting in like the swang and bang. He was putting in the some like DJ Screw sample from like I forget, and he added like the bonus tracks or something that was like, and it was so cool. Like when it's cool to see. What I've been noticing cool is like listening to what people sample and stuff like that, because you can learn a lot.
Yeah.
Like listening like
Yeah,
old
for
Mac
sure.
Dre something because so and so sampled that, like, or something, or listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I already knew who 3 6 Mafia was before I listened to Trippie Redd. But when Trippie Redd dropped Death with the Baby, I was like, what is that sample? That's insane. Then I realized they sampled Tear the Club Up. And then I was like, oh, I've heard this, but not for a while. And then I'm going through a rabbit hole listening like a million 3 6 Mafia things. I'm just like, oh my God. And it's like 2019, obviously.
Yeah, I haven't heard
years
that
before.
song by Trippie Redd.
It's a good one.
I got to the only song that I like from Trippie Redd, and it's got fucking Faggot 6ix9ine in it, is that song Totem Pose. I don't like the song. I just like the whole like vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? It's
video?
dope. No, well, like the song.
Oh yeah.
The song the song Totem Pose. The music video is pretty dope. That's the one where they're in the desert, right?
Yeah.
And they're like yeah, that one's pretty cool. It was a good whoever directed it did a good job. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's what's good about his music. When he was in his prime, Master Splinter, when he was in his prime, he was, the music videos he did, like the New York City, the ATVs, and like hanging on top of the basketball court, and like having the whole city, and obviously like downhill. But yeah, dude, music videos are like, that's a way to build hype that people don't want to tap into. Like even local, that's what I don't see about a lot of local artists in Delaware, is that they don't take the time to make a great music video. You have a music video on Jay Green's channel, and that was fire.
See,
when's the next one coming out?
I appreciate that, and that's what I was just gonna say. That's one thing that I slack on, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like, I feel like my music's there. I don't really go for any type of image to look like for anybody. I feel like I interact enough on social media with fans, and that's like the only thing that I lack is these music videos. I feel like if I was to put a music video out to every one of my songs that I've done, it would create that new hype, like you said. Like people want to see something rather than just seeing your cover art and just hearing it. You know what I mean? Like they want to see a video.
Yeah.
Especially now with the pandemic going on with COVID, everybody's just stuck at home on the web and shit. So it would definitely benefit to just be consistently with dropping music videos. And that's one thing I want to let my fans know. I will get that together for y'all guys. Thanks for being patient and shit. Sometimes life fucking catches up to you and you just don't have the time to do it, or you just can't find someone to do it. In my case, I have I have people on my team, on Schema team, that can edit videos. I just have to find the time to get someone to hold the camera for me. You know what I mean? So we can get good shots and shit like that. But yeah, I got videos coming up, man. A couple of them might be to some of my classic songs that I dropped when I joined Schema. I'll have some videos for Funky Town. You know what I mean? Just to help promote it a little bit. I also have production that I produced on Funky Town as well. I started messing with Fruity Loops. Shout out to my boy Teddy Slugs. He threw me in the program and shit. I started fucking with it. It's going pretty good.
To talk to though, because I was in a Discord Q&A with him, and he's like,
funny. Oh, you were?
Yeah, because he did some like Q&A on Discord and stuff, and I was asking him about like some rapper's old name. I don't want to get into it because somebody has an old name and they don't want to talk about it. You might know who I know. He's in this schema, but he has an old name and he doesn't want to talk about it. And when I interview him, I will not ask him about it. I've already made that arrangement. Because like some people, I don't even know why he doesn't want to hear about his old name, because his music from that old name is so fire. But anyways.
I honestly, I'm trying to think of who you're talking about, and I can't wrap my mind about him.
He raps real fast.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but Teddy Slugs, though, he's you know what I heard about him, though? I asked him I might have asked him though, or I just heard it. He was in a lot of bands before he did this.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. He was in a metal band.
Really? What was it
Yeah.
called?
To be honest, I don't know, but I know he used to play bass.
Oh,
The bass
nice.
guitar, and he used to sing a lot. So like when I started doing metal songs, I would show it to him, and like he would kind of give me pointers, like hey, do it like this, or kind of scream with your stomach rather than screaming. Because I would tell him, like, when I would scream on the tracks, I fucking get like a headache, and like, and I guess I'm not doing it right, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know. Teddy's a real good guy. I really like Teddy a lot. Yeah, man, just in general with the music videos, I will have some for y'all guys. Back to that, but other than that, I'm just happy to be fucking involved with Schema Posse, man, and and I just want to say shout out to you for having me on this on your show. That really means a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as I said over over text, I was like, dude, these collectives, they gotta have some shine, and obviously some of them are getting shine, but like I want the fans of them to really like see who they are as a person, like.
Yeah, bro.
People,
I mean, I'm just
people. I don't know if they knew that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one thing that I like to express to my fans. Like, I'm just a normal person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really fuck with me and you're a real fan and not just somebody that's just chasing like the fucking clout, or somebody that just likes to lurk, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't, like, I hate people that follow you but don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just fake as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But I like to be real genuine, like, with the fans. You know what I mean? I like to show them that I'm just a normal person like them. I bleed the same color blood just like you. I have a fucking normal job that I work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not ashamed to say that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I go to work, I have a family, I come home and I still drop hits and people still like it. So to me, that's already being on top. Anything more, I feel like I'm being greedy at that point. And when you become greedy in life, that's when you get the shaft, on anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
a
just
wise
true.
quote. Wait, we need to crochet that on a pillow. Okay, when you get greedy in life, you get the
You get the
shaft.
shaft.
get
You
the
know what I'm saying?
shaft.
So
We
I
need
don't
to
know, man. I
crochet
just
that
like
on a
I
pillow.
just like to be real. Anybody who's watching this, y'all fuck with djvsiren. I'm just a normal ass person, man, dropping music. So if y'all ever got any questions, hit me up. I'll answer them too. I don't just
And I
look
see
at my
the comment
messages.
section's always booming. I saw Vibe Malls in the comment section. Shouts out to Vibe
Well,
Malls.
Vibe Malls was dope.
Yeah, I interviewed him. He was probably like one of my favorite. Not one of my favorite. I always say it was one of my favorite interviews, but I like my interviews. Like, they're fun. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man.
But
You
I
got
interviewed him, and he was like, he's style, dude. He's probably one of my favorite cover artists. Like, he knows what he's doing, and he did the one Jay Green song, and he's just a kid from freaking Sacramento, okay, and he's only a couple years older than me, and he's doing this.
How old are you, fam?
I'm 17, bro.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's dope. You look way older than 17.
Everybody says that. I've interviewed a Hollywood filmmaker, and he was like, "What?" And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"Yeah." I've been interviewing filmmakers lately, and horror filmmakers and underground filmmakers and stuff.
Bro, I'm an old ass man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're still
I'm
putting out hits,
35
though.
years old. I'm 35 years old, still dropping hits. You feel me?
Yeah, like, yeah, and I was like, look, yeah, it's just like, it's never too late, or what do they say? It's never too early, or whatever. You know what I mean? Just that stuff. Like, any time, any age, any time, get started. There could be like,
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
As long as you put your head to it, you know what I mean? You put your heart into it. Just, just basically, like you said, just have fun with it.
And
Like
also,
you said,
what
you
I
like
can
your
hear from
interview.
you is that you had a learning phase and you're past that. But people underestimate that learning phase. Is when you're just like
Yeah,
meeting
for sure.
different people, learning this, that, and the third.
Yeah, bro.
What'd you say?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What'd you say you got out of that learning phase? What was the biggest thing, like the pre-schema learning phase?
Like I said, one thing that I learned coming to Schema that I didn't know before was how to record and how to like when I bought beats from somebody, how to get the beat in a wave format rather than just like MP3 file. I learned the quality difference on a file that they send you. You know what I mean? For the sound, to get the best sound out of your song. Sending my vocals out so people could use for hooks because I'm sure you heard about the whole lawsuit with Suicide Boys and DJ Paul.
Yeah.
You know, all of that with the hooks and all that. I learned how to send my vocals out, you know, so people can use those. That was also fun for me because I was able to hear producers use my vocals on their songs. That I learned that. I just basically learned how to promote myself a little bit more better than what I used to. When I was with southkross, I was always there was three of us, and I was the one running shit, and I felt like I was always rushing everything because I could never get an answer from one of the guys, and that was another easier thing becoming a solo artist. I don't have to worry about that no more.
Yeah.
But the whole learning process, bro, I got to say was definitely something that I hold in, you know, close to me, because if it wasn't for a lot of the advice that I've gotten from then to now, I probably wouldn't be making the music now. And as a fan of my own music, I can definitely go back to my old songs and hear them and be like, damn, I evolved way more than hearing my old shit. Like, I don't even want to hear my old shit. I don't even like telling people that I have old music online because I don't want them to search it.
That's what I was talking with Cash from. It's the Cash from Pike Gang, and I don't know if you know that guy, but he.
No, I don't. That's the first time I heard that.
Pike Gang is what Jake Green is. Jake Ohm is a member of.
Yeah.
Jake Ohm is a member of Pike Gang collective, and it's Cash was like, yeah, I made a lot of shitty music when I lived in Alabama, but now I'm in Sacramento and I have my family, and I'm learning. I'm collaborating with like people on like Rob Sky. He did a thing with Rob Sky, and he's doing all these Jake Ohm songs and stuff. And like but he said that he wants people to see how he's evolved and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Would you say you've totally evolved, or you still have more to learn?
Nah, bro. Like the best. I heard this from one of my buddies named Scott. He told me the wisest students, or the best students, are the ones that are always trying to learn. I don't want to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can never learn too much. You can always learn more. Do I like the way I've evolved? Yes. I feel like now when I hear a beat, I feel like I have this sound in my voice now that I feel comfortable with. You know, I like kicking these little G-type beats. I feel like my music's came a long way, and I feel like I've changed. You know, I like experimenting with new music, you know what I mean? So there's always room to evolve more and shit.
It's like you describing Teddy Slugs giving you advice when doing metal tracks. That sounds like a beautiful experience that you have sort of been through. Is like learning from Teddy Slugs, and that's what I was watching an interview with Martin Scorsese, the filmmaker. I'm assuming you know who he is.
I've heard of his name.
Yeah, he did like Wolf of Wall Street, Departed, Goodfellas, Casino, Taxi Driver,
yeah.
all of those movies.
Yeah.
So he was like, the thing is, I'm still learning. And you see that within like The Irishman, his last film, is he was like learning de-aging technology to like it didn't look that good, but he was still learning, you know.
The Irishman ain't that like on Netflix with Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't seen that yet either.
That was a great one.
Bro?
They like de-aged Joe Pesci and De Niro, like to make them look like they're 40 or something like that. But they're like 78 and 80 in the movie. I love Joe Pesci. Like Casino is my favorite gangster movie.
Oh, bro, I like that movie too, but I just can't watch that, bro. Like, I can't watch it to where when I see him and his brother get beat with the baseball bats and thrown in.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's
you know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
it's violent, but I like the whole montage and how they got the Rolling Stones music and the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, for sure, bro. I like that shit too. Goodfellas was another good one. Have you ever seen Blow with Johnny Depp?
Yes.
That's a dope ass flick, bro. Based on a true story, you know what I'm saying? Based on a true story.
The guy's probably, I think he's
shout out George Young.
I think he's still.
Oh no, shit, he's still in prison?
Maybe, I don't know. Let's Google it.
No,
we got the time.
I think he should be out. If he is out, he's got like his marbles are all fucking unscrewed, and you know his marbles are lost for sure.
Hold on.
George Young. I don't remember how they spelt his last name. It's not spelt how you think it is.
Oh, it was released in 2014. My bad.
Oh yeah, shit, that was a grip ago.
2014. Yeah, that's almost. It's gonna be 10 years ago. Dude, that's like
Fuck.
that's when Fetty Wap was booming. Remember Fetty Wap?
Fetty Wap. Yeah.
Who? Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, I remember him, bro. I remember a lot of that old school shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was cool. It had its vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Like when everybody made fun of Young Thug, and look at him now.
Yeah. I don't like Young Thug, man. I'm as my opinion, I don't like that whole like like that. Dude, that shit just is annoying, bro. Like, fucking A.
I mean, I respect that he's able to do that and be successful off of that. I love it. I'm gonna be honest, but what I don't like is people taking from that. That's what gets me. Is when somebody makes something completely great off of something, and then somebody just tries to take that. Who have you seen do that you look down on? If you want to come out with that information, or if you, like, yeah.
Shit. To be honest, like, fuck. Basically, like copycats, right? That you're trying to say, like, who do I think like copycats?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. To be honest, I really don't know. I mean, you know, everybody's music. You know, to me, like even when I started rapping with Southkross, well, in the beginning, I started feeling like I was like, yo, look, like we're just like, are we trying to chase like what Suicide's doing, or are we trying to like what are we doing here? And that's when I started telling myself, like, look, it's all about the funk. It's all about that. Where, you know, like,
you know the genre, man, you know the subgenre. You were trying to discover what the subgenre is, as opposed to sort of catering to what the main the most popping artist out of that subgenre is. You don't want to just cater to the biggest artists. You want to like. But as far as
copycats, I really don't know, bro. To be honest, I can't really throw one out there like that.
Okay. You don't have to.
Yeah, I can't answer that one. I'm sorry, man.
I got really 2 more questions left that I can really think of. What's the best way you like to interact with your fans?
Being 100% true and real. Like, every message I get from a fan, I open it and I answer. You know, I don't put no message to the back. Never. You know, yeah, I try to stay 100% with my fans. You know, like, just and they love you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe me, it's way different. You know, you can. The way I see it, they took the time out of their day either to message you or just to compliment something about you or whatever in general. So the least I can do is take, you know, the time and respond to them. So the best thing that I do is just keep it like 100% with my fans. I love them a lot.
What information would you like to tell your fans or supporters about your music before we end this?
Well, one message is that I would like to give out to my fans. If you are an artist, you know, and you're making music, and you know you worry about the next guy with the equipment that he's got, you know, don't worry about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to tell everybody right now, like, when I started Southkross, you know what I mean? I came up from literally off a phone on GarageBand. Everything that I did, all my music that I would put out was literally just off that and a fucking Blue Spark mic, a professional mic, not a professional mic, but one that I got from Amazon. You know, my message is to everybody, just don't.
Yeah, Blue mic.
Don't you know, don't let the next guy get you down. You know, have fun with your music, do what you love to do, and it'll come out dope. You know, stay 100. You know, stay 100 with everybody. Don't try to chase clout. You know, because they'll get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get you people talking about you and get your name put out in a fucking reputation, or you know, like it's gonna get put out in a fucking reputation bracket where you're gonna be like labeled as like, hey, like, that guy chases clout, don't fuck with him. Just, you know, I love all my fans, man. You know, thank y'all for supporting me throughout the journey and shit. You know, and I will have videos for y'all here soon. You know, and the new music, it's gonna be dope. You know, like I said, I'm trying to get all my brothers on it from Schema. I got a couple of other homies that ain't in Schema that I want to try and, you know, put on the tape. Yeah, man, I want to try to put out more metal tracks, shit like that. And basically that's it. Just try to stay consistent. And, you know, shout out to all my fans. Y'all are the main reason why I stay doing this.
That was djvsiren, the interview on HASSDISCUSSES, episode 49. Okay, that was excellent. I had a good time. What about you? That was great. That was beautiful.
Hell yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right. See you guys in the next podcast.
Later, brother.